Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. I'm Taco. You may have heard of me. Most likely not. I'm just a guy uh, who talks about song about some fire characters. And today I wanted to talk about my second female character. I really wanted to talk about not only is she my second female character, but she's my second Loston. Yes, House Lofton, the very famous house from A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm covering two characters. I'm running out of Lofstons. This might be my last one. Maybe there's like a Teddy, a Theodore Lofton who was a King's Guard member or something. I don't know. All right, this is a good ramble. That's what I do here. I ramble and I shoot these all in one take because I want that little bit of that script and I want that little bit of that improv. And right now I want that little bit of Danelle Lothston, also known as Mad Danelle. And that she is, man. Um, I'm gonna cover her character. She is from pretty much just the A World of Ice and Fire, and you hear about her a little bit during a Duncan Egg book, and you also hear about her, like, she's like a legend. And I'll get into all that, but mostly I'm going to kind of be exploring this like mad woman trope. So that's another thing that, yeah, I'm covering today. So I really want to cover Mad Danelle. Not only is she a awesome, possibly cannibal, fiery redhead, but she's a Lofton. And you guys know how much I love Guy the Glutton Lofton. My second video, go back and watch it. I love the Lofstons. So let's do it, man. Who is Mad Danelle? So Mad Danelle was known as Mad Danelle, who was the Lady of Harrenhal during the reign of Ares the First. Well, yeah. And Maekar Targaryen. Danelle had a long red hair and wore a tight-fitting black armor, and she had a total Vlad the Impaler and Dracula vibe. Yeah, with like the bats, right? She's got like they're at Harrenhal, so it's like that big haunted castle, or a cursed castle, and she's all about bats and wearing the black armor, and also this amazing art from Muji 33 with Mad Danelle riding a bat. I had to show it and I had to credit it because it is fantastic. All right, so let's talk about House Lofton. This is not the first time I've talked about House Lofton. House Lofton of Harrenhal is an extinct house from Harrenhal in the Riverlands. Their arms were one black bat on a field divided bendwise, silver and gold. Mad Danelle was the final Lofton, spoilers, and I already covered the first known in the lore, which is Guy the motherfucking Glutton Lofton. Got a thing for glutton nights. Got a thing for big nights because I'm a big guy. But yeah, so this isn't House Went. So House Lofton was right before House Went, who was the house at the beginning of the books, who is in charge of Harrenhal. House Went also has bats on their sigil, but House Lofton has just the one bat, and House Went has more than one. So let's talk about the history of Mad Danelle. Not too much. This is more art by Ray Lavringe. Who knows? I don't know how to read, guys. I picked a really, really bad hobby because I don't really know how to read. I don't know what to edit. What am I doing? She was the Lady of Harrenhal for a long time. Sadly, we have not heard much about that time when Lord Brendan Rivers, also known as the Blood Raven, also known as the Three-Eyed Raven, also known as a lot of stuff, was the hand of the king for Ares, the first Targaryen. He marched on White Walls to quash the second Blackfire Rebellion. Lady Danelle showed up and was among the River Lords in support, marching in great strength. So she had a lot of people with her. And this is the third Duncan Egg book called The Mystery Knight, and it's a really good one. I really like The Mystery Knight. It shows this Blackfire Rebellion, the second Blackfire Rebellion, and you get to kind of just see her in the background. So she shows up in her immaculate black armor. She's got a lot of people behind her. She is, at least from what you can tell from that, she is a military commander, and also she is really respected, right? Which is cool. At least she has a lot of vassals that respect her enough to at least follow her to good old White Walls. Lady Danelle after this, so this is when we get into congestion, right? So we actually knew about her marching with great force. That's from the point of view of a character talking about it, but everything else is in from the history. So we're not, we're kind of getting into wishy-washy, right? Lady Danelle turned to the black arts during the reign of Maekar Targaryen, causing madness and chaos and the downfall of the Lothston line. The crown gave lordship of Harrenhal to House Went as a reward for the service of bringing the Lostons down. So House Went takes over, adds some more bats. So we're not 100% sure what went down, right? That's all we know is that she turned to the dark arts. There was some, dark artsy stuff going on. Maybe some bathing in some blood, maybe some cannibalism. And Maekar Targaryen, who was Aegon the Fifth's Force, Aegon the Fourth's dad, and he helped, Aegon the Unlikely, helped take down Maekar Targaryen, helped take down Lady Lothston. So we don't really know why, right? We just know in a World of Ice and from a World of Ice and Fire that she got a little cookie. So let's learn more about now. This is the legend. So this is kind of like looking back at it, less history. A story told to misbehaving children. It's said that on a moonless night or on moonless nights, giant bats would fly from Harrenhal and take bad children back to Mad Danelle for her cook pots. Other stories told of the Mad Lady bathing in blood and presiding over feasts of human flesh. Not only Vlad the Impaler vibes, but also some Lady Elizabeth Bathory vibes. So Elizabeth Bathory from however you want to say her name from the 1500s was said to bathe in the blood of virgins to live forever. Or, I don't know. Whatever people bathe in blood of virgins. I don't know. I never. I don't know. I don't do that. Clearly, I don't look good. Right? I'm not pursuing my life. Oh crap. So he's tying in a little bit of history, which George likes to do. In my next slide, I'm going to kind of explore that a little more. So, really, all we know is that she became powerful, and then she was said to practice dark arts. A lot of these seems kind of like legends, and maybe that was used to justify her takedown. Not saying that she didn't dwell in the dark arts, but I'm saying she didn't necessarily do it. We don't know, right? We haven't got a point of view chapter from Dunk or Egg where he's like, he showed up at Mad Danelle Lothston's house and she's like, you guys want a bloodbath? And we were like, no. She's like, okay. Literally, I'm as good as the writer's drunk. But, so again, we're not 100% sure. So let's dive into this mad woman trope. Yes, I know I'm a man who loves history and a man who loves literature. So hopefully I can do this justice. But here we go. The mad woman trope. So George likes to play on this mad woman trope, following found in history and literature. If a woman is good or smart, or powerful or smart, she's a witch, right? Like, why is she controlling people? Why is she doing this? Oh, she's probably using witchy powers. Not because she's just a charismatic person, right? You never hear about the only reason why men become politicians is because of their witchy powers, right? So, in our history, from the start of telling stories, there are good and bad women, and very little in between. Men can be complex and they can go against the grain, and they can be followed and die as rebels. But women who don't follow are quote mad, in the good witch and bad witch thing, right? So you always hear like women with, it's never women dealing stuff. Oh, they just got some mental stuff, or blah, 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 blah. They're witches, or they're evil, they're bad witch. We don't explore, well, Sam Raimi explored, but we don't explore why the wicked witch becomes wicked, right? She's just a bad lady, bad witch. We don't explore why a good witch is good, she's just a good witch, right? There's a little in between. And that a lot of times you can bring back to the male gaze, and I know it's weird hearing me say this, but I'm a dude, but we go back to that. She doesn't like me. Oh, she's a witch, right? Opposed to, well, she's a person with reasons and histories and complex thoughts, right? It's just easier to be black and white. And women that are good politicians are practicing the dark arts, so stuff like that, right? Um, we will need to wait until Fire and Blood Volume 2 or more Duck and Egg books to know for sure if these accusations to get rid of this powerful woman or if she's really just some Dracula, right? She might just be a Dracula. Bruce Bolton's a Dracula, right? I mean, there's Draculas that exist in the lore, right? There's a lot of weird, kooky, crazy, mad men and mad women in the lore. So maybe she is one. Or maybe she's getting too powerful, Harrenhal, so they go, oh, she's a crazy witch. And they use that as an excuse to take her out of power. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't dare. They haven't wrote that book yet. But that's just kind of what the feeling I get with this whole crazy lady trope or mad woman trope. And that's it. That's what I want to say about Danelle Lothston. So maybe she's mad, maybe she wasn't. We'll see. I definitely like the awesome picture that is going to be in the thumbnail with the this crazy blood lady. But maybe Maekar Targaryen didn't like that she was gaining more and more power. Maybe Bloodraven didn't like it, right? Because he was still the hand of the king for Maekar Targaryen, and maybe he saw something while he was green seeing, like, she's getting a little too powerful. She's a witch. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe she's a witch. Okay. Well, that's what I got, guys. Thanks for watching. And please like, subscribe. I have probably a couple videos popping up here. Maybe some of them are from my Song of Ice and Fire lore stuff. And also, I've been making a bunch of the Song of Ice and Fire shorts. You can go check those out. Really little, 1 minute, some information about some houses. And also, I've been doing some Star Wars ones. So I think I'm going to start working my way. I should be, by the time this video comes out, working my way through all 7 lightsaber forms. Explain a minute each, right? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and have a good day. And remember, kids, if you're being bad, bats might come take you and bring you to Harrenhal. So Danelle Lothston can eat you.